Hey guys, okay guys, I'll be right there. I'll be right there. I'm over here. Peering in my trunks today. I don't have a set of gym trunks, but I got trunks. So we're going to start off with our abdomen today, and here we go. So I have to keep moving the gym around. But anyway, here we go. This is me. I don't mind me seeing them. I see a set of trunks. These are underwear. I need like a set of trunks, so I can let the kids watch. That's two sets of 15. That's, I guess, about 8 a side, 8 a leg. Okay, that's about 3 sets. Picture my mom in like the 30s or the 40s. That's my mom there, right there. Doe-eyed one in the dark dress. You zoom in on that. It's a really good picture of her. She's doe-eyed, no war paint. Or war paint that we can see anyway. You call that doe-eyed back there. It's like they don't want the war paint. Means she's available for marriage. Not rent. Joining my family were available for marriage. They're not available for your gigolos, and your pimps. Not available to those. Well, I think everybody's like that. Women in your family are available for marriage. They're not available to gigolos and pimps. We're trying to diminish your social capacity. Make you a bunch of rental properties. Make you a bunch of renters. 35-year-old single renters with a low-income job. You want to do that. Cuba's like that. I think they get like $8 a day. They don't have to have a job. But they get like $8 a day in an apartment. And of course they get some food. So they got better than Ronald Reagan gives it to you. Ronald Reagan wants you to work, spend all your money on rent, and then he leaves you about $3 a day for your meals and toiletries. He wants you to work with deadly equipment. He wants you to operate a microwave directly in front of your heart and brain. He just wants you to operate that. So give you a brain tumor and heart disease. Just don't do it for them. Just walk away from it. I don't know, they're going to put that there and they expect you to walk away from your property. But, don't operate the thing for them. They run around and chase around with this stuff. Just like they run around and chase around with plastic. That stuff's carcinogenic. That stuff's deadly carcinogenic. And they run around and chase around with it. Steal your living. And try to force bill you. People don't want it. Never have it, never will. But they keep trying to say, like, well, America's slipped. And you got to let them do that to you. But it's hard as hell to fight it off. They just keep putting it in your life and you keep trying to fight it off and they just keep putting it in your life no matter what you do. That's your government doing that to you. So they can have a lot of money for nothing and shit for free. They want money for nothing and chicks for free. So they're a bunch of communists. I don't care what they tell you. They're a bunch of communists. That like sexual paradise stuff. That's communism. That's why we didn't like John Kennedy. Because like out in the 30s, out there in Hollywood, he was the cat's meow. He was dating all these starlets. Because his dad makes movies. He was the cat's meow. Like whatever. What's his name? David Cassidy. He was the cat's meow. And now, like whatever, Justin Bieber's the cat's meow. But that's communism. That's social engineering. Like Hefner, he's gonna round up all these good-looking women, give them breast augmentation, and like the lucky few guys can date them. That's social engineering, and it's usually in a poor town, and it's social engineering. He's trying to diminish your breeding stock. Those women, are larger physically, or they used to be in the 50s. In the 50s, they were larger physically, and he's trying to diminish your breeding stock, and diminish your population. Khrushchev, he's going to destroy it without firing a shot. He did. Hefner helped him. So we don't like the guy. So my age group, very few of us have a wife or kids, Not for any long period of time. Very few of us own a home, too. Not for any long period of time. But anyway, that's what happened here. So let's see. We'll call that the admin done. Let's do segments. These pimps, like, if you're a good boy for them or if you're a critic, doesn't matter if you're a good boy for them or if you're a critic of theirs. They want to co-opt you. They want to offer you some of the good stuff. Hey, you want to go over there and have some of the good stuff. It's just like whatever, you're against tobacco your whole life. You're pleading with your parents, please stop smoking tobacco so I can afford to go to college. Because you're under the impression that college costs money. Please stop smoking tobacco so I can go to college. Well, they give you some of it. My brother went up the street, and my mom wants to let him. Says for me to stop picking on them. Well, they smoke up there. Children smoke up there. I know that. He's going to find it out pretty soon. But anyway, I went up there. What did they do? Hey, you want a cigarette? No, they gave me one. That's all they ever did. They co-opt you. It's called co-optation. It's based on legal mumbo jumbo, common guilt. So they gave me one. So I smoked from like 1972 until 1990 something, like 27 years. Probably about 1994. So that's 22 years. 72 to 94, I guess that's 22. Smoked for 22 years. My brother still smokes. He's had 3 brain aneurysms. Part of it is because of a dry environment at work. He's a paper handler. Big reels of paper. And it's a dry environment, so that dried up his arteries. And an aneurysm is a punctured artery. An artery blows up, there's a hardening of the arteries. Well, smoking does cause hardening of the arteries, and also being in a dry work environment. But, the reason it happened is that we got him benefits for preventive medicine. They wouldn't give it to him. They didn't give it to him at all. And so he had 3 brain aneurysms. Cost us like $100,000 for brain surgery on him. And then he takes up smoking again. Still smokes. It's not like he took it up. They gave it to him. They gave it to him right up the street. My mom used to smoke Newports. That's from Winston Churchill. That's from the House of Spencer. That's from Diana Spencer. That's from the House of Marlborough. My mom used to smoke those. And that's what that's from. And he's had 3 brain aneurysms. And of course, they got all this public relations stuff and this psychology stuff. They're going to blame you. And they want to say it goes back to Rome, that they're going to have these 2 schools of thought. Yeah, the emptor means buyer beware. Like it's like the smoker's fault. And caveat emptor means seller beware, which means it's the seller's fault. Well, I don't hear about Rome. About about how they get to kill all these people in the United States. Nobody wants to hear about how ancient Rome wants to kill all these people in the United States. In modern day, nobody wants to hear that. But that's what they tell you, it's right up the street. They get to do that because they're ancient Rome. And they tell you got to put up with them because they're going to give like the teachers up their money. Then the teachers are going to keep the school open during the plague and cost you a lot of money, dilute the value of education, and cause you a bunch of casualties. So that the staff can get paid and buy a car, make things worse. There's all kinds of housing just right up there by the college. And it's like, they're upper middle class houses. And they all want my car because Normandy High School is 99% black. So, okay, they can live in a mansion, but the local high school is 99% black. So they all want to work there because they want to buy a car. Well, that's not what we built it for. See, we built that about 65, 66, whatever it was. And it used to be a golf course. And it is for my sister to go up there and be an educator. She wants to be an educator. And so we built her that. She's the class of 74. But they went out there and that COVID-19 broke out. They didn't cancel school. And thousands of people died. And so her and her friends can buy a car. And that's why. They want to run around and tell you, it's for the future. It ain't for the future, buddy. It's for a payroll. And what they want to do with a payroll is buy a car. That's why we just closed down Ford. And we want to close down General Motors. We had it closed down. Barack Obama wants to open it back up. We don't want it. So we want to know why all these people are dead from this COVID-19. It's because Barack Obama wants to keep General Motors running. That's why. But anyway, there's like emphatic facts. And, that's just an emphatic fact that these people are dead from COVID-19. Because Barack Obama won't close the schools so he can operate General Motors and buy a car for these teachers and principals and all these other people. See, I don't know if you know what goes on with your educational tax dollar, but they want to give it to everybody but the student. They want to give it to everybody but the student. And they want to have what's more or less known as head right. Head right was, the King of England would give us farmers, us plantation owners, more land if we brought slaves here to work the land. So there would be more production. They would clear the land and they would plant the land and they would harvest the land. Okay, with the King of England, as if he could do anything else, would say, okay, that's our land, he's going to give us land for that. But anyway, they're trying to do the same thing at the college with this, the school, the money for the education goes with the student. Okay, that's good. This money for the education goes to the student, but they're trying to bring a bunch of students in from elsewhere to support the staff there. The staff wants to bring a bunch of students in from anywhere to enlarge the student body and get more money for themselves. So that diminishes your education, dilutes the value of your education, increases the cost. That's what's going on. It's been going on for a long time. That's why people don't like it. They disguise it like any number of schemes they've got to disguise it, but it's basically they dilute the value of the taxpayers' money who plotted out the school and everything like we did. And then Ronald Reagan was moved in. He said we can't even go there because he wants us to work. Of course, he wants us to work because we're so bad. They don't care what that wants. So that would happen. What happens like your school system being yours, communism money. Your school system's not yours anymore. It belongs to the federal government, a bunch of communists. And the staff up there wants head right, so they just keep diluting the value of your tax dollar with head right. More students, more money. Yay. Well, that's less education for you. Classroom size. Okay, let's see. We do our side bounds and we do our abdomen. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and do our trapezius over here. My own sister, who is a PhD and was one of the deans up there, one of the deans of education. She wants money from Anheuser-Busch. Anheuser-Busch killed her dad, and she wants money from them. So that like her and her friends can have some extra money. And then she wants to put a stick in her eye and go to a bar herself. She thinks she can go to a bar herself. Maybe she's trying to educate teachers and nurses. They're just not going to get employed. If they do get employed, we got to fire them. They're not going to be hanging out in bars. Teachers and nurses aren't going to be hanging out in bars at all. I don't know what she's doing. She's trying to get some money for her friends by letting Anheuser-Busch pollute the school. They're doing that for years up there. So, whatever, she should be forced into retirement because she is over 65. And as far as like her students, the teachers and the nurses, they're gonna get fired. They're gonna lose their license and they're gonna get fired. But I can't let them hang out in bars. I can't let them drink at all. They're nurses and teachers. That's why we got rid of Cheryl Crow. Cheryl Crow was a substitute teacher over here. My cousin Egan got rid of her. She was on the school board. There's an animal in their family. There's a number of prominent military figures in their family. There's a prominent lawyer in their family too. But anyway, she wants to hang out in bars and play, music. Well, she's not going to be a substitute teacher and do that. It's like we know those guys in those bars, man. They're known. I don't really know them just from the neighborhood. They're known to the police too. They are. Not only are they known for us just growing up in the neighborhood, they're known by the police too. They are. And so we wouldn't let her be a substitute teacher. So she got that McDonald's jingle. And then she runs around and says that she was over there in Jefferson County. She might have went over there, I don't know. She was over here somewhere. But she wants to be a substitute teacher. And she wants to hang out at a bar. Because that's how she wants to do her music. So you keep trying to say that you can't have any of this stuff. You can't have like the good food they offer unless you have the liquor. And of course the cigars. Yeah. Tell us, man. Just eat at home. Just eat at home. Okay, I'll recall our trip he's just on. Like whatever, you can't have that physically fit, nice looking girl that she hangs out in a place that serves alcohol and tobacco and where people smoke. You do that. Okay, you go into the grocery store. Well, all the corruption was behind the counter or under the counter. That was known as under the table. Corruption was under the table. It was the underworld. The liquor, the condoms, the Playboy looks. It's all corruption. That was under the table. That was the underworld. Well, you go to this grocery store now, they got the underworld front and center. And you go up to the money center, and whatever they got, the lottery, tobacco, you can pay your bills. And I guess you can cash your check and you get some tobacco. And of course, that's where the best looking girl they got is in a tight t-shirt. Okay, the best looking girl they got is sitting in a tight t-shirt. There's something wrong with that. There really is. Well, we'll be right back. Take 5. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, that'll work. So, you don't really need to do heavy weights. These are a bit heavy for me right now. First day back. Let's see, today's Monday. That's my birthday. I'm 63. 63 years old, 6 foot, 290 pounds, hazel eyes. Salt and pepper hair. Now, come on. It's still salt and pepper. Anyway, that's my picture from 40 years ago on my wall there. Those are my relatives on my mom's side. I don't have any of my dad's pictures. I had them, but I had to get them back. They won't let me set up my memorials. They keep making me move. I have to keep sending this stuff back. All right, there we go. So anyway, Sheryl Crow, she used to be a big Democrat, and then she wants to, say something to Archbishop Burke. I don't know what her problem is, but she wants to say something to Archbishop Burke. I don't know what her problem is, but she runs around with Finch and them. They were involved with Emerson Electric. Their dad's some kind of board member, but Cheryl's dad is some kind of lawyer. But she runs around with them. They've already been involved in a homicide or two. They went down to the lake, for recreation when they were young teenagers. And a man was killed. A boy was killed. His name was Clark Cox. Yeah, it was about the time of Archibald Cox and all that stuff. And their dad's some kind of board member in Emerson Electric. And they were involved in defense contracting and all that nonsense. So almost everybody here that worked at the factory was involved in some kind of defense contracting, some kind of Department of Energy contracting. But anyway, they were involved in a homicide. They went down there to play. Of course, their dad's a rich board member, and they got like property and all that stuff, so they can play. And a man was killed, and that wasn't funny. So there was a fire at the whatever cabin or whatever, and they all got out except for one guy, and he's dead. He was only about 14, 15 years old. His name was Clark Cox. He's a classmate of mine, his older brother. I went over there and met him. He had a Led Zeppelin 4 album. I went over to their house and met him. They lived just right up the street here. There's a lot of these guys with these famous political names here. Haig, McGovern, Finch is a political name. Edwards. All these guys got prominent business names, political names. Let's see, McGovern, Haig, Finch. Of course, the doctor's name is Bauer. See, we got a German doctor. See, up the street there's St. Vincent's Orphanage. And after World War I, the Germans are like helping with the orphans out of a sense of like duty, So we got a German doctor. He's my attending physician at my delivery, when I was born. And he says I got bronchial asthma, bronchitis. He says that. His record should show what childhood disease I had. I'm pretty sure I had mumps, measles, and chickenpox. Yeah. I got chickenpox scar on my right cheek. He does. I'm pretty sure I had the mumps and the measles. He did. But anyway, they said the encephalitis goes away. It don't. It's like the Veterans Administration wants to run around and say I've got this internal stimuli. I don't. It's just the inflammation from the childhood diseases never goes away. And encephalitis, that just means your brain's inflamed. And it means your brain's inflamed from childhood diseases. Well, they just keep trying to lie to you and tell you that they're giving you some kind of placebo effect. But all they ever do is lie to us because the Manhattan Project is right out there. The Manhattan Project, from where I'm sitting right now, the Manhattan Project is just right out there. And so all they ever do is lie to these people here. They have all kinds of maladies. You know. They were born with them. They've been exposed to toxins their whole lives. Any toxin you can think of is just right outside here. Okay, I guess that's my stuff. Okay, do we want to do the pullovers, or do we want to do the pullovers, or do we want to do the military press? Do the pullovers fine. They say the pullovers do the whole group. It doesn't. Okay, well let's do the triceps first. So anyway, yeah. They say Jim Finch is dead. Oh, there's another guy, Greg Custer. Custer lived over there. South St. Louis wants to run around over here. I don't understand why a guy that's from South St. Louis wants to run around over here. Unless he's doing something for a brewery. That's why I don't want the guy over here. But he took up with a number of different women. And they say he's dead. I don't know. Because the Manhattan Project's over there. You don't know if your friends are telling you the truth or not. You just don't even know. Jerry Hoover wants to lie to you your whole life. And so does Vannevar Bush. Bush wants to lie to you your whole life. See, Vannevar Bush was heading up the Manhattan Project here. So we don't like him saying that kind of thing. He wants to run around a golf course or at the Chase Park Plaza Hotel. Say he's heading this up or heading that up. He's just some scientist or some federal official. He ain't heading shit up. Never talk to the guy. But they want to say they're Cargill now. And they want to say Cargill's like dry goods. Cargill's been tanks and stuff too. They tried to say there was some kind of group or whatever. They were involved in tanks or whatever. These people all want to get involved in defense and oil. You really don't like it because, if they've got nuclear power, what are you getting involved in oil for? I'm sure you can use nuclear power to make a liquid, fuel based on hydrogen or alcohol. You use nuclear power to make that. Just over there at the Wood River Refinery, it's just turned a few valves, and that's liquid hydrogen instead. That's all it is. You don't need to put oil in there at all. You don't need to make gasoline at all. You just turn a few valves, and that's liquid hydrogen. They run around and say that's unfeasible and scientifically impossible. They lie. They keep running around saying Washington University is one of the best schools in the world, but all they ever do is lie to you about science. They try to say that they've got a patent or something, and therefore they can lie to you about science. They lie. They're liars. Believe it. They try to say they've got a genome project. They've mapped your genes. Now they own them. They don't own you or your genes. They still haven't proven DNA. It's induction. It's induction. It simply doesn't prove anything. They admit it. It's a British theory. It's induction. It doesn't prove anything. It's not a scientific fact. It's not a scientific law either. It's an inductive theory. They're trying to draft you. They're trying to induce you to do one thing or the other. It's an inducement. Yep, they're trying to induce you, give them a couple $1,000,000 being a prisoner for 20 or 30 years. And they mean it. Or they're trying to induce you with some black magic of theirs to let a man out of prison because they're rich and powerful over there in Scotland Yard, MI5 and MI6. They surely got the goods on you, you simple Americans that don't know anything. And you are a bunch of simple Americans that don't know anything. You don't even know that that's inductive reasoning. And inductive reasoning is inconclusive. It doesn't render any proof at all. Then they say, well, it renders a probability. A probability is proof of nothing. It's no proof at all. So then they say that no proof at all means you did it or didn't do it. No proof at all doesn't mean you did it or didn't do it. It means nothing. So anyway, okay, we're going to call that done. You know what we got left? Pullovers and just what are we doing on time? I'm 32. Pullovers and forearms, right? Yep, we have lots of pullovers and forearms. So. All right, let's see if we can get a picture of this. Get down just in case. You know, MI5 is not MI6, you know. They get a clean slate. You know, they put Mussolini in office. I know, I get a clean slate, even though they put Mussolini in office. It just proves they mess around overseas. It's like the CIA. They mess around overseas because they say that the CIA is a bunch of business majors, a bunch of company men's kids. They're running around trying to expand markets. Well, economic expansion is followed by military expansion. The United States doesn't want to militarily expand. We don't. They tried it in Afghanistan. How'd you make out there? Not too well. They tried that chasing Henry Ford's rubber plantations. How'd you do with that? Not too well. I don't want that either. So anyway, let's see. Well, we could do a few more pullovers, or that was enough. All right, we'll say that was enough. We would like to do a few more pullovers. So. That's 35 minutes, huh? Yeah. Okay, let's see. We could do some more pullovers. Yeah. All right, let's do a couple more pullovers. So none of these people care about the United States at all. They're just a burden to them. Rocky. So yeah, I left this forearm. I got some fonts. Kids watch it. We're into our back. I knew we didn't do something. Into our back. We'll take 5. I hope you liked it. Everyone do our back like that. And you see the whole thing. You don't want a bunch of businessmen's kids running the CIA. You don't want that. We're going to just cook up some more for you. For some money-making scheme of theirs. That is what we're going to do. How many was that? 15 months. Big time. Okay, right back at it. Okay, that's enough. One of these days we're going to learn how to pose. Oh. Was it? Well, peace and love. Give the UNICEF. So I don't know.